it's actually interesting coming into the book project, not really sure what I was supposed to write. And it's sort of, you're putting yourself a bit out there on the limb and you think, oh, I might be something totally different. And I feel a little bit, my chapter's a bit different, but that's okay because listening to the reflections in those other chapters, I found that what was being created in my chapter was myself as a person, and I hadn't thought of myself as a subject. I mean, we're always self-centered, and we always love thinking about ourselves and we're the center of the universe and so forth. But I hadn't even made that connection until till today. That what I was writing about was how myself as a learner changed, and my thought says, I'm wondering how we create that for our students. One of the higher ed colleges I work at, their motto is transforming students to transform the world. And it sounds, well, to be honest, it sounds a little bit too aspirational. Can we really transform students? You know, how much can the artifact, and they're not empty vessels, they're not just lumps of clay, but they are developing, they have potential, they have background, they have skills and so forth. And so what is it that matters what we do? And thinking about this book, what matters is where students are doing things. It is student centered. And so what are all those things which it'd be interesting to audit the book and say, what are all the things which make things student centered? And then also, then what's that balance about them not being, then become too self-centered? Because as I mentioned, you know, we are self-centered, we are proud, we are worried about our deficiencies and all that sort of thing. So how do we make it all about the students, but in their own minds, it's not all about themselves? But then on the flip side again, how do we sort of maybe help them to see themselves as a work in progress? And I was thinking about Anna's discussions about the life drawing artifact and how we often focus on the negatives, or this wasn't correct and so forth. And, you know, so much of our, like if I take the schooling context, is all around the rules, about who's broken the rules and so forth. And then when we have had success, which of the students get the awards? So we've got very much the rewards and the punishments sort of, you know, dichotomy sort of happening. So yeah, so I suppose it's the good thing about the book and writing is it sort of actually prompts you. It doesn't give you all the answers, but it gives you some little glimmers, and now I've got some sort of thought threads sort of starting to happen. So and then this connectedness as well. I'm just thinking now that we are connected, and you know, all these faces I've never seen before, people I've never heard of before. Even that in itself, there's an element of magic that sort of happens. And hearing both Anna and Anna speaking about their worlds sort of opens up my eyes. Yeah, there's so many things. Yeah, there's the drama world. My background is physical education and maths when I was at school, and always appreciated the drama class, and sometimes actually shocked when you'd go and see the things that the students were doing, because you thought, wow, I didn't realize they could do that. And then Anis, your stories about the students really becoming engaged in the cultural and the political and the social processes, and then using art as that avenue. So yeah, it's very inspiring about what we can do. And Anna's comments too about Ofsted and the curriculum, we're in the same situation in Australia, not as, I think, far down the track. No, we're not as far down the track as you are, but yeah, we are constrained by the curriculum. And how can we have the focus on the learning and the experiences rather than churning through the content?